Good morning, people. Andy here, just having a morning walk as we do some mornings, and I thought I would jump on and say hi. You can hear that compared to yesterday I'm a little bit clearer, a little bit more with it, which is always good news. I'm actually going to try to go out and have a little run tonight just to see where the lungs are and just make sure I'm okay. As long as I'm not coughing during the day, I will be allowed out to run, so that will be a big win if I can do that. So then normal service is just about resumed. So what we're going to talk about today, I thought I'd talk about the chase for perfection today, because it's something we all do in all of our lives and in all aspects of our lives. I would imagine there's that chasing the perfect race, chasing the perfect look, chasing as a dancer, chasing the perfect dance, chasing perfection. And it's quite hard to get that for running, to be honest with you. I've raced now probably for 15 years, and I don't think I've ever executed a perfect race. It depends what your perfect race is. I mean, if it's hitting a PB, I've done that many a time, but is that perfection? For me, it isn't. For me, it's knowing that from the time that I get up in the morning to the time I finish, get home, everything has gone exactly according to plan, even during the race. You know, even racing and even going past the people, not feeling the discomfort where you don't expect to feel the discomfort. Racing's always going to be discomfort in some places. You have to have that. You know that going into it, but there's discomfort and there's discomfort. And I think having that chase of that perfection, that perfect race, is something you can plan and certainly mitigate some of the things. So I'm just checking I'm not going to get run over. You can plan and you can definitely mitigate some of the things that get in the way. Things like your fueling, especially for marathons. Things like the route and knowing how bumpy it is and how lumpy it is. That is something most courses now, they give you some form of GPX file, or you could go on Garmin Race Pro and divide it up that way and have a look there. Having a race strategy, you can do all of that. But also just having that perfect race. And it is something that we all chase. So what can you do about that? Well, what I've just said there: planning, preparation, test, measure. It's all the things and all the boring stuff that we do during marathon blocks. You know, we go out and we'll run a Sunday 10 mile or Sunday 15 mile run. If it goes really well, we then start saying, well, what do we have for breakfast? Can we replicate that next time? Did it go really badly? Right, what do we need to avoid next time? And on race day, learning, and you can only learn that by experience. So have a 2 or 3 test races coming up to race day, so that you actually learn some of the things that you need to know. There's nothing raises anxiety more by doing something for the first time, something you've never done. I think a few military friends that I know, they say they test, measure, drill, and they practice everything so it becomes automatic. Well, it may well be that you have in your race bag, you have a set of racing pins already there. You know, you have a hoodie to put on before, and you have one in your rucksack in the baggage for after. Just so you know, you're not going to get cold before you start, you're not going to get cold when you finish. And it's little hints and tips like that, you know, maybe whack a protein shake in your race bag, so it's immediately after you've finished, you can get some protein in, you know. Knowing some of the other names that are in the race, you may be able to say, okay, well, I know he's going to run or she's going to run this sort of time, this sort of pace. I can latch onto them for a little bit and then go on from there. You know, it's just having a little bit of preparation, having a little bit of planning. And when you're seeking that perfection, it's something that's really difficult to do. However, I could also say I've been racing 15 years and I've never hit the perfect race. So is chasing perfection a good thing? Yes, because we all want to have that perfect race, that bucket list moment where it's like that has gone exactly according to plan. That couldn't have gone any better. It was exactly how I visualised it. Everything was fantastic, and I think that's really important to still aspire to having that perfection. And I think we should always strive for it. But are we likely to get that perfection? I honestly don't know. I don't think you should beat yourself up if you don't get it. But the perfect race, is it one where you just hit your PB? Or is it one where absolutely everything goes as according to plan as it can do? And I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are on this, because perfection is something that a lot of people chase about for, and a lot of people get really, really stuck because they can't move from this perfect picture they have in their mind. And sometimes you need to have that imperfection, which is also has its own beauty. In some ways, the beauty of imperfection can be beautiful itself. So I would say to you with racing, don't get too hung up on it, you know. Yes, we can have a perfect race. Yes, we can PB. Yes, we can get out there. But the message for me is we're still getting out there and running, you know. And sometimes that is just as important as having that perfect race. So a bit of a rambling one today, but that's Andy, over and out.